Former Finance Minister Michael Ferguson has hit out at the state's Hospitality Association, accusing it of trying to undermine the cashless gaming card scheme he announced in 2022. In a newspaper column, the new backbencher says the integrity and backbone of every Tasmanian MP is under pressure. As speculation grows, the government will eventually water down its nation-leading pokie reforms. State political reporter Adam Langenberg has the details.
2 years after he promised the nation's first cashless gaming card,
mandatory pre-commitment that applies statewide in Tasmania is the gold standard of harm minimisation measures.
Michael Ferguson's making waves on the backbench, warning the government is under serious pressure from the gaming lobby to ditch the card, with default loss limits of $5,000 a year. In a column in the Mercury newspaper, he says Tasmania is at a political and moral crossroads, where the integrity and backbone of every MP is under pressure. And he's not prepared to sit idly by and allow the genuine public interest to be defeated just to appease venues massively profiting from the misery of Tasmanian families.
Ferguson has posed a challenge to all members of Parliament, a moral challenge to resist the undue influence of sectional interests like the pokies industry.
The Tasmanian Hospitality Association didn't respond, but hit out at Mr Ferguson earlier this week.
He's, said some things to us that didn't turn out to be true as well. So from our point of view, we haven't been happy with him for a long time. Hopefully it'll come out to a system that actually allows the venues to stay open, because on some of the data we've got, it'll close up to half of our venues if the cashless card system went ahead. So. Okay.
Anti-pokies advocates fear the government will use a consultant's report to walk away from the default loss limits, or making the card mandatory.
It's important that this government policy remains strong. We are asking the Premier that he commits to what was announced in 2022 with all of the card features.
The government has been consistent all along. It is committed to harm minimisation, but we need to understand the impacts.
Finance Minister Roger Yensch, in charge of the cashless card and regulating the liquor and gaming industry, is facing questions about how he's managing a potential conflict of interest. Lisa Free, the wife of THA Chief Executive Steve Old, works in his office as an advisor. The government says systems are in place to manage perceived conflicts of interest.
There is obviously the serious potential for conflict of interest here, information going both ways. That is not okay.
A fight that's odds on to continue. Adam Langenberg, ABC News.